Alright guys, here we go. We got another recipe for you. Clean eating, high fat, low carb. So today we're looking at some mushroom chicken with pasta zero and tomato sauce. Let's show you how to do it. Alright, so here's what you're going to need to put this dish together. Obviously you need some chicken tenderloins, mushrooms, crushed tomatoes, coconut oil, garlic, butter, pasta zero, salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, minced onion, basil, parsley, and grated Parmesan. So as always, guys, with some of these ingredients on the chicken tenderloins, try to get something that does not have antibiotics. Get an organic tenderloin if you can. And then on the crushed tomatoes, I use organic tomatoes. I use coconut oil, guys, and if you can get an unrefined coconut oil, organic, all that good stuff. You never want anything refined. And then the butter, get a grass-fed butter to make sure we're keeping this thing chemical-free, steroid-free, antibiotic-free, and keeping it healthy. All right, guys, so that's it on the ingredients. Let's start putting this thing together. All right, so for step number one, we're going to start making the pasta sauce. So get a pot or a saucepan. Keep it on medium to low heat. You don't want to be scorching anything or burning anything or destroying any oils. And then we're going to put some chopped garlic in here. And then you're going to put some oregano in here. And let that start to heat up a little bit. Get the garlic just a little bit browned up. And then we'll get going on the tomato sauce spices. So if you have your own recipe for sauce, you can do whatever you see fit. But this is what I'm going to use today. I'm going to use some minced onion, parsley, oregano, basil, obviously the crushed tomatoes there, black pepper, pink Himalayan sea salt, and then some garlic powder, and then some onion powder. And that's what I'm going to put into the sauce. All right, so now that you got all the spices and everything added into your sauce, keep that on, medium to low heat. You can cover it up if you want, and just let that simmer while we put the rest of this dish together. For the next step, we're going to get the chicken and the mushrooms all ready, and we're going to be using some salt and pepper, obviously the tenderloins, the chopped up mushrooms, some more garlic, and then we got the garlic powder, the onion powder, some more minced onions, some more parsley, and the grass-fed butter. Alright, so if you've been watching my videos, I use this cast iron pot a lot because sometimes we do stovetop applications and we're going to put it in the oven, and today we're going to do the same thing. But as always, start with your garlic, your coconut oil, and your grass-fed butter, a tablespoon or two of each of those. Let that melt down, crisp up that garlic just a little bit, get a little bit brown, and then we'll get going on the next step. Alright, so now everything's all melted down, the garlic's all good to go. Let's add in the mushrooms and all of the spices, and then add another dab of butter right on top of that, because the mushrooms love to suck up any oils and butters and things like that. So you want to have plenty in there to keep this flavorful, keep some juices in there for later application. Alright, so before we prepare the chicken, what we're going to do is preheat your oven to 425, and later on we're going to stick that skillet in there. I'll show you that in just a minute, but for now, let's get the chicken prepared. Alright, so we're going to cook our tenderloins on a little skillet, or if you have a little pan. I like to do on here because it puts little lines on it, but that's just me. Make sure you coat it with an olive oil or a butter or something just so it doesn't stick. Once we do that, we're going to cook it on both sides. We're going to cook it just short of all the way done. You want to have it a little bit raw in the middle still, because we are going to be putting it back in the oven to finish it off in the skillet. And we're going to do that now, and you're going to put that right in the skillet with the mushrooms. You're going to add another dab of butter in there, and you're going to have all the good juices in there. It's going to pick up all the flavors. But set that aside right now until the oven's preheated. Then we're going to stick it right in the oven to finish that off. Alright, so while that oven's preheating, let's get into the pasta zero here. Cut those bags open, drain all the juice that's in those bags, and then give these noodles a rinse. Rinse them once or twice just to get them good and cleaned off. And then what we're going to do is show you how to season these things and give them a little bit of flavor. Alright, so before we can season them, we're going to have to set the timer for 7 minutes. Go ahead and put the skillet with the mushrooms and the chicken in the oven. Cook that for 7 minutes, and then we're going to season the noodles with the juices in the pan. All right, guys, so after that 7 minutes, take that chicken and the mushrooms out, put it aside for later plating. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take the pasta zero noodles, we're going to put that right in all those fats and that good flavor, and this is how we're going to season our noodles. All right, so make sure you cut the noodles 3 or 4 times. If not, they're long and stringy. It makes it tough to plate them, so give them a few cuts with a scissor, and then just mix around the noodles all in that fat, get everything all saturated in that so they're good and seasoned and flavorful. And then all that's left to do is plate the dish. All right, so there you have it. You got the pasta zero, the pasta sauce, you got your chicken and your mushrooms. This is a super low carb dish. It's a guilt-free dish. It's a high-fat dish. This is keto-tastic, guys, so you can eat this guilt-free. Enjoy it. I hope you're liking these videos. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see me make, and stay tuned to the Shift Nourish Facebook group page for more free content like this. My name is Rich Hottinger with Shift Transformations. Thanks for watching, guys, and enjoy this dish.